Today we embark on a journey into a realm that shapes the very core of learning, the profound impact of teacher-student relationships. These connections woven delicately within the fabric of every classroom transcend the conventional roles of educators and learners. As we explore today's topic, we're going to discuss strategies that illuminate how these relationships influence not only academic success, but the very essence of students' well-being. So whether you're an educator shaping minds or a student navigating the educational maze, join us in uncovering the transformative power hidden within the dynamics of teacher-student connections. Welcome to the Teacher Rockstar Podcast, the podcast that's dedicated to providing valuable insights, practical tips, and proven strategies to equip new teachers for success. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, retired educator, published author, and instructional coach. Join me in each episode as we offer a supportive platform for navigating the challenges of the teaching profession. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the profound impact of teacher-student relationships. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's lay the groundwork. Why are teacher-student relationships crucial? And what specific aspects of students' lives do these connections influence? Well, by the end of this episode, you're going to know specific strategies that teachers can implement to build and nurture positive connections with their students, okay? Now, it's clear that building relationships extend far beyond the confines of a lesson plan. Building meaningful relationships is undoubtedly a multifaceted task. Let's take a look at some practical examples or scenarios that illustrate how these strategies play out in real classrooms. One effective strategy is creating opportunities for one-on-one interactions. For instance, teachers can schedule brief check-ins with each student to discuss their progress, goals, or any concerns that they may have. Now, this not only shows a teacher cares about the student's individual journey, but also provides a dedicated space for open communication. One-on-one interactions can make a significant difference. There's no question about that. Let's take a look at some other strategies. Another impactful strategy that we can do is incorporating student interests into the curriculum. Now, what do I mean? Well, when teachers weave in topics or activities that resonate with students, it not only makes the learning experience more engaging, but also communicates to the students that their interests are valued. For example, if a student is passionate about art, a math lesson could be incorporated to make this happen, for instance, like through geometric concepts, through art-related projects. Incorporating student interests is a fantastic way to make learning more relevant and enjoyable. Now, here's another strategy. Providing constructive feedback is key. Teachers should offer specific and timely feedback that goes beyond just grades. For instance, acknowledging students' effort, highlighting their strengths, and providing guidance on areas for improvement fosters a supportive environment. This kind of feedback helps build trust and encourages students to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Constructive feedback is crucial for student development. No question about that. It's about, more than just grades. It's about recognizing effort and fostering growth. Now let's broaden our perspective. How can schools and educators collaborate to foster a culture that prioritizes and supports the development of positive teacher-student relationships? We'll discuss this after a word from our sponsor. Are you a teacher who finds yourself drowning in the challenges of classroom management? Do student behaviors leave you feeling overwhelmed and drained at the end of the day? Well, picture this. Picture a classroom where your students are not just present, but fully engaged, focused, and eager to learn. The solution is within reach. Say goodbye to classroom management stress and hello to success. The Teacher Rockstar Academy course is meticulously designed to equip you with the tools and strategies needed to skyrocket your effectiveness as a teacher. Curious to know if the Teacher Rockstar Academy course is the missing piece in your teaching journey? If you're ready to reclaim control of your classroom and witness the incredible impact on your students, then click the link in the podcast description to learn more about the program. It's teacherclassroomresources.com. TRA, and I have the link in the podcast description. Okay. How can schools and educators collaborate to foster a culture that prioritizes and supports the development of positive teacher-student relationships? One effective approach is creating mentorship programs within schools. Pairing experienced teachers with newer educators or assigning older students as mentors to younger ones can facilitate relationship building. Now, these mentorship programs provide a structured framework for fostering connections, sharing experiences, and creating a supportive community within the school. Mentorship programs are a fantastic way to build a sense of community within schools. Professional development that emphasizes interpersonal skills is crucial. Teachers should receive training on active listening, empathy, and effective communication. These skills not only enhance their ability to connect with students, but also contribute to a positive and inclusive school culture. Professional development that prioritizes interpersonal skills is a key aspect of creating a positive school culture. Now, let's shift our focus to the evolution of these relationships as students progress through different grade levels. How do the dynamics change? And what challenges or opportunities arise during these transitions? Well, the transition from elementary to middle school can be a particularly critical period. It's essential for schools to implement strategies that ensure a smooth transition and maintain continuity and positive relationships. One effective method is creating transition programs that involve collaboration between elementary and middle school teachers. This collaboration helps ease the adjustment for students and ensures that the positive connections they built in elementary school continue in the new environment. Transition programs that facilitate collaboration between teachers from different grade levels can indeed contribute to a smoother adjustment for students. Now let's talk about the impact of teacher-student relationships on students' mental health. How do these connections contribute to a student's overall well-being? And are these specific examples that highlight this connection? Well, let's take a look at it. Positive teacher-student relationships act as a buffer against stress and contribute to students' emotional well-being. Students who reported positive relationships with their teachers demonstrated lower levels of stress and anxiety. Now, these students also reported higher levels of self-esteem and a greater sense of belonging in the school community. Now, let's consider the challenges educators may encounter. What are some common obstacles, and what practical strategies can teachers employ to overcome these challenges? One common obstacle is the limited time teachers often face due to heavy workloads and large class sizes. However, even with time constraints, teachers can implement small but meaningful practices, such as greeting students at the door, which I feel is very, very important here, incorporating brief check-ins during class, or providing handwritten notes of encouragement. These small gestures can go a long way in building connections without adding significant time burdens. Okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. It's also reassuring to know that even small gestures can make a significant impact on your students. Finally, I want to leave you with some actionable advice. Here are some specific steps that both teachers and students can take to cultivate and nurture positive relationships in the classroom. For teachers, actively listening to students is paramount. Taking the time to understand their perspectives, challenges, and interests foster a sense of being heard and valued. Additionally, creating a classroom environment that promotes inclusivity and respect sets the stage for positive connections. Active listening and creating an inclusive environment are crucial aspects of fostering positive relationships. Now, here's some advice for students. For students, expressing themselves and actively participating in class can strengthen the teacher-student bond. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts, questions, and seek help when needed. Building positive relationships is a collaborative effort, and students play an active role in creating a supportive learning environment. Encouraging students to actively engage in a learning process is a key takeaway. And we have come to the end of today's episode. If there is an educational topic that you'd like me to address on the show, please shoot me an email. I read every single one of them. Okay, and I want to thank you for listening to the Teacher Rockstar podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.